John Gabriel is the editor for an outlet called Ricochet, and he just did some media analysis that I found really compelling in an article entitled What Americans Care About versus What the Media Cares About. For the article, Gabriel first takes a look at part of a recent Bloomberg poll, which asked Americans what they think is the top issue facing the country right now. By far, easily, the top issue for Americans in the poll was healthcare. 35% of those polled said that's the most important issue, which is not surprising because this is an issue that actually affects people's lives. Unemployment and jobs came in second, followed by terrorism, immigration, and climate change. All of those seem like reasonable items to top the list. And then after all those, way down at the bottom was America's relationship with Russia. Only 6% of those polled cared about that as their issue. Then, after reviewing the poll, Gabriel shifts to information from another recent survey in which the Media Research Center calculates the amount of time network news spends on covering issues. In that survey, the MRC found that over the course of about a month, network news spent over 350 minutes of time covering the whole Russia investigation story. But when it came to healthcare, the way they covered it, of course, was talking about the repeal and replace of Obamacare only, and they only spent 17 minutes covering that. Then Gabriel compares the two. He looked at what Americans care about and what the media cares about and saw the ridiculous difference between the two. Even though only 6% of Americans think Russia is a big issue, the news spent 75% of their time talking about it ad nauseum. Contrast that with the fact that healthcare is the biggest concern for Americans, and the news only spent 4% of their time talking about it. Seriously, how insane is that? The difference is beyond striking between what Americans care about and what the media cares about. It is such a difference that there's no way to think that the news doesn't have some sort of ulterior motive here than talking about what Americans care about. I mean, if it's clear that Americans care mostly about healthcare and the news ignores that, you gotta ask yourself why. Why does the mainstream news harp on something Americans don't rank high in importance? It all adds up to one thing. The media has a whole other agenda with their coverage, and there's nothing healthy about it.